Hi guys, welcome to Off the 10th Beer Reviews. My name is Chris, and today we're going to take a look at another beer from the Establishment Brewing out of Calgary, Alberta. This is another beer that out of that beer package that the Western Canadian reviewer sent to me. Yeah, Dan was a solid dude sending me these beers. This one today we're going to do is a Liquid Light. This one is an Imperial West Coast IPA, or we're just not even going to call it an Imperial West Coast IPA. We're just going to call it a double IPA, West Coast style. This one's coming in at 8.3% alcohol by volume. It's in a 473 milliliter can. And I just watched his review on this one, so it sounded interesting and it sounded different. So I'm going to see how this compares in our tastes anyway, and see what we're doing here. Yeah, she's fresh. She's super fresh. All right, let's open it. I'm gonna hard pour this one. Let that sit for a second. All right, it is a little bit of condensation on there right now, but it's crystal clear almost. Tiny bit of a haze in there floating around, but other than that, it is a clear West Coast style IPA, which is normal for West Coasty to be clear, but not really this color. Like on camera, it's coming off a lot darker than it actually really is. This is what we're looking at here. Let's go. Yeah, probably right about there. That's what we're looking at. That's the color of it. It's a little bit lighter than a normal West Coast IPA, which is normally kind of into the darker orange kind of look. Let's take a smell. Oh yeah, okay, I see what Dan was saying. There's a sweet, fruity note on the scent. And shout out to Joe, the Beer Patrol. You really can't smell sweetness, but you can perceive what you think is going to be sweet, and that's what I think I'm smelling on this one. Fruitiness on this one, which is weird because normally you wouldn't get a lot of fruit notes on the scent on this beer. What you pick up normally on the scent of a West Coast IPA is more of the malt, is what you normally pick up. But, well, I do anyway. A little bit of a fruity scent to it. I can't really narrow it down. It's more like a pithy orange or grapefruit kind of smell. Yeah, other than that, I want to drink this one. Let's do this. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. And you guys aren't sub to him, go ahead and sub to him. He's fantastic. I'll link him up there if I didn't already. Okay, I see what Dan was talking about here. As usual, I'll start off with the body mouthfeel on this one. Low end to medium on this one, on the body. Effervescence is still there, still dancing on my tongue. Not a huge amount of carbonation on this one, but it sticks around for a little bit and then it slowly dissipates into just regular, normal tongue, I guess. Does that make sense? Fuck, why not? This is not a West Coast style beer. Dan, you're right. It's not a Westie. This is labeled as an Imperial West Coast style IPA, and it's not even close. It tastes great. There's nothing like I'm not offended by the taste of this beer, but it is labeled as a West Coast style IPA, and it's not. This is straight up. I would call this one a regular IPA, not a West Coast style. The difference being the pine and floral finish that you would normally get on a West Coast IPA is non-existent in this beer. There's a little bit of a drying finish to it, not very much of one. Yeah, sure, it keeps you going back for the beer, going back into the beer, which is obviously their intention. However, labeling it as a West Coast, that's not good. That's false advertising. I'm actually going to send this. I'm actually going to message these guys on Instagram with this review and see what they say, because this is not a West Coast style IPA. And the brewer should have known that once he started drinking this. And he should have said, or he or she, don't know, not judging, whatever, but they should have known that this is not a West Coast style IPA. This is at best an American IPA or just a regular IPA. Not a hazy, obviously. Not a deep hazy beer. Definitely not a West Coast style IPA. It is delicious. It's just labeled wrong. Okay, on the taste, I'm getting the sweetness that's coming through. I'm getting the tropical notes. A little bit of an orange, full thing of the orange, flesh, pithiness, and rind or whatever. But I'm also picking up a little bit of peach on this one as well for some reason. Yeah, it's giving me a little bit of a peach taste. Maybe my palate's way off. Maybe it's not, but definitely a little bit of an orange, a little bit of an orange pithiness, but not very much because there is no bittering whatsoever on this beer. A little bit, like I said, a little bit of a drying note on the very end, but not, definitely not what a West Coast style is supposed to be. So let's score it. I'm done rambling on. We're almost at 6 minutes here. Liquid Light from the Establishment Brewing out of Calgary, Alberta. If I was rating this to style, way down there, it'd be like 4 out of 10. But I have to go for personal preference. I enjoy this beer. I just wish it was labeled something else. But would I buy this again? I would. However, I have to score it, so it's actually not bad. I'm going to give this one, I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's actually really good, but it's not what you were expecting. That's it. That's the gist of it. I don't know how many times I can tell you guys that, but anyway, I'm done. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're subbed to my channel, I appreciate you guys more than you know. If you're not subbed, hit the sub button, and then you can see me drink all of beers that I've been given by somebody else, especially you, Dan. Thank you very much for the beer. I appreciate it. All right. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.